Hey, this is Josh here with today's Frontend 5, where I break down a front-end development concept in 5 minutes or less. If you're learning about CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and beyond, join me every single day and subscribe to my videos so that you can receive training in those concepts in 5 minutes or less in your inbox every single day. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, which is linear gradients, CSS linear gradients to be specific, and I'm going to be walking you through 5 different examples that will show you the capabilities of linear gradients and help you understand how you can bend linear gradients to your will. So here we have our div, and you can see I have a style tag here where I'm styling this, and I've given this a property of background image, and I've set that to linear-gradient, and I've gone from red to blue, which is what this is saying. So let's go ahead and pull this up in our browser, and let's see what this looks like. Okay, so what we see from this is by default, linear gradients are going to transition from the color that's first to the color that's second, top to bottom. So if you understand that, at least you'll understand a little bit more about how linear gradients work. Of course, we can change all of that. We can change the colors. We can change the direction that it transitions to as well. So let's look at what we have in example 2. In example 2, I have the same thing except for I have a lot more colors in my linear gradient. So you can see we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. All of the colors of the rainbow are here. And if you want to add more colors into a linear gradient, all you need to do is add the color, type a comma, and then put another color on there. You can have as many or as few colors in a linear gradient as you want. So let's see what this looks like in our browser. And you can see once again, top to bottom, going through each of those colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and just transitioning between those. Of course, you don't have to use named colors like I'm doing here. You can use hex colors, you can use RGB values, that kind of thing as well. Okay, let's see another example. And in example 3, I have this the same div, I have the same background image property, but now I am going from red to orange to blue, but you can see that there's this 20% value there. What does that 20% value mean? Well, if you think of the whole gradient as 100%, you can decide where in that it transitions to that other color. So at one fifth of the way through, it's going to transition into orange. Let's go ahead and pull up our browser once again and look at that. So instead of orange being in the middle, even though it's the middle color, it's going to transition from red to orange in that first 20% of the gradient. And the last 80%, it's going to go from that orange to the blue. So this is called a color stop, where you can decide specifically where to place that color in the gradient. Okay, let's look at yet another example, an example 4. Okay, so in this case, I'm changing the direction of my gradient. I have my linear gradient here, but now instead of just going straight into the colors, I'm telling it where to go. So in this case, I'm saying to right, as in go, instead of going top to bottom, now we're going left to right. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. And you can see it does go from left to right. So you can actually change this to left if you want it to go from the right to the left. If you can change this to top if you wanted to go from the bottom to the top. And of course, to bottom is the way that it is created by default. So you don't have to put that in there if that's what you want, but you can change that as well. In the next example, the last example that we have today, I'm going to show you how to change the actual angle of that linear gradient. So in this case, let's go ahead and pull up our browser yet again. And we have this going at 45 degrees. So let's see what 0 degrees looks like. And if you think of this as kind of like a circle, right? 0 degrees is going to be coming from the bottom to the top. So 180 degrees would be top to bottom. So it's going from the bottom. And then if we say 45 is going to be coming from the bottom left. So 45 degrees, bottom left. 90 degrees is going to be from the left. And then continuing on, 180 degrees is coming from the top. 270 is coming from the right. So a lot of ways that we can change the angle of that linear gradient if we want to. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope this has helped you to understand linear gradients a little bit better. If it is, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you in the next video.